looks like I just woke up, but I did not. It is 11 right now, and I am working from home today, so I just have my comfies on. I'm just gonna do something like just bare bones today because I don't really plan on going anywhere. My acne has been really just testing me. A couple months, I'd say. It's really been flaring up. And the reason for that is because I stopped taking birth control again, which this might be too much information to share, but whatever. I stopped taking it in like July, I think. So, I was expecting for there to be flare-ups like this for probably even like a whole year before it can really, my hormones can just relax and go back to how they should be. I'm not trying to get pregnant or anything, so don't even. It's more just because I've just been on it for a very long time for acne, and now, And I did try quitting it a couple years ago, I think, but that only lasted a few months because the acne got so bad that I had to go back on it. But now I feel ready to handle this. So we are trying again. And I think I'll be fine. But yeah, so that's been going on. Also, I feel like you probably won't even recognize this because I have been pretty bad about filming, especially just like vlogs like this where I'm in random parts of my apartment. But I'm actually in a new apartment now. We moved at the end of September. Yeah. So it's been like a month and a half now that we've been here, and I love this place. It is significantly better than our last apartment, and it's also cheaper somehow. But I don't want to talk about it too much just because I don't want to make it easy to find where I live. But it is a newer building, and it's in a way better part of Denver. So we're downtown. Whereas before, since I'm not living there anymore, I can tell you I was living in Uptown, which we picked out that place before we had ever even come here to visit or anything. So we didn't really know the area. People online recommended Uptown, but there's really nothing there. It's kind of sketchy at times. It's just not very walking friendly. And for quite some time we didn't have a car. About 6 or 7 months I think we didn't have a car. So we had to walk everywhere, and it was just a huge hassle. And we lived kind of on a hill, so it was just not that pleasant. Versus now we're right downtown, right in the middle of everything here. So super walkable. Like this morning I just walked to Whole Foods to grab something real quick. And it's great living downtown. I personally love it. So yeah, made the move. So we're here for another year. And then I'm pretty sure we're gonna move back to Buffalo after that. But there's a lot of factors that go into that decision, and we still have a year, so I'm not gonna really think about that yet. Just really trying to enjoy our life here. So also this morning, the day I'm filming this is Wednesday, so the day before Thanksgiving. And my husband, Jared, I dropped him off at the train station this morning because he is actually flying back to Buffalo for a week. And I am staying here, and that's by choice. I didn't really want to go home, to be honest. And the reason is because, first of all, my family doesn't do that much for Thanksgiving anyways, because I have a really small family. And then the second reason is just because we're going to be flying back to Buffalo in December anyways for 2 weeks. So there's not really a point in me going in November too. I mean, I know how the airports get for the holidays, and it's just crazy. So I'd rather just stay here, and so that's what I'm doing. And so yeah, this is our living room. I want to do an actual apartment tour video because the one I did years ago did really well on YouTube. Actually, I think it's my second or first most watched video on here. So I want to do an updated one because I'm really trying to make this look a little more like aesthetically pleasing than our last place. And also this is a really small apartment. Like, I think it's only 500 square feet. So it's super small, but we're making it work. And yeah, I think we're doing a pretty decent job at that. So I don't have off today, so I am working. I've got my work laptop here and I'm just kind of checking it as needed. It's not very busy because a lot of people are not working. And the other thing I wanted to share is that, and also one of the other reasons why I'm staying here for the week is because I really need to study. I am studying for the CFP, which is the Certified Financial Planner credential, and it's a pretty intensive exam. You could kind of compare it to like a CPA, but I know it's not as bad as a CPA, but that's like the only thing I can really compare it to. I'm taking that in March, so I have like a few months to study, but I really need to like make that my second full-time job pretty much, and I have been for the past few weeks. It'll be good to just be here alone and get all my stuff done. But yeah, this is a sneak peek of my kitchen here. Isn't it so much nicer? I just really like the black with the brown, that whole look. And with this open shelf, we are, we just have like our prettier items up here. And then this is definitely a smaller space, and the kitchen is much smaller as well. There's no island, so the only counter space is right here, which is very small. But I don't know if you remember, and I'm sorry it's like kind of messy, but this desk is the one I had previously when I would work from home. I had it in the bedroom, but we don't have space for this in the bedroom anymore, so we're actually using this as our island. And I just got some feet from IKEA for the Alex drawers. So now it's like almost at counter height and we can put the bar stools here. And so it's actually been perfect. The wood does not match at all, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not worth, getting a new island for. We're just gonna have to live with it. But I'm glad that even though we downsized, we didn't have to get rid of anything. Everything still has a purpose here and everything still fits. The only thing is our bikes here that really takes up a lot of space in the hallway. There's gonna be like a bike storage thing in the garage here, but it hasn't opened yet. So for now, they just have to stay there. So I was looking at things to get for Black Friday. I'm not really a huge Black Friday shopper. I didn't really find anything that I wanted or needed, but I was thinking about upgrading my microphone because it's so much better to have like a Rode microphone. You can really tell the quality, I think, especially like, I only watch a few YouTubers honestly, and I'm just like a ride or die for them. So I always, keep up and everything. And they all seem to have like the Rode microphones, and their audio quality is great, and they just have a good, system, I guess. So I'm thinking about upgrading to that, but it seems kind of silly just with the very infrequent uploads I've been doing recently. I'm very like sporadic with when I post. I really, really want to be better at it though. But every time I say that, things come up. I don't have all the time in the world, so it makes it hard. And honestly, I do have to put this on the back burner sometimes because, it's not my job. I have an actual job that I do, and especially now because I am in like study mode and I have to study outside of work. So it really doesn't leave me a lot of time. And while I could do more videos, I just don't think they'd be that interesting because I do basically the same things every day. But I do want to start doing that. It's good timing that we're almost in January. Usually I get a little bit of a burst of inspiration at the beginning of the year to really, you know, get things done and be on a good schedule. So I do want to do that. It's just, I don't want to promise it, you know? So I might look into getting a mic for myself if there's a good deal going on. I follow Catherine Manning. She's one of my like favorite influencers just because I've been following her for so long. She really helped me as far as like starting my channel, trying to grow, learning how to use like keywords and stuff like that. And I just like following her like personal journey as well. So I watch her a lot, and she posted on her Instagram stories that there was a Black Friday deal on one of the Rode microphones, so I'm gonna look into that. Honestly, this video is just gonna be me talking your freaking ears off because I haven't been on camera in so long. There's just so many things going on that I feel like I need to update you on. So that is what we are doing. But tomorrow, Thanksgiving, I was planning to just like chill at home. It sounds sad, but it's not. I really don't mind. I was just gonna make a little something for myself, or even just like walk to the store and buy something pre-made. But one of my coworkers, who's actually a very good friend of mine now, she invited me to her Thanksgiving, which she spends with a friend and like his family, because she doesn't have family out here either and she's not traveling for Thanksgiving. So I'm actually gonna join her in that tomorrow. And they're also hosting like a Friendsgiving the next day. So I'm looking forward to that. I have to go to the store to buy a bottle of wine for tomorrow, since apparently they like wine and I think they have all the food covered, so I don't want to just show up with something. So I'm gonna do that. I'd like to find a wine that's from like the Finger Lakes area, since that's where I grew up, so there's a little bit of like a story to it, I guess. But I don't know if they really sell that here, so I'll have to check. So that's on the docket for today. I can just walk to one of the stores, since apparently there's a bunch of wine stores around here. And if I can't find that, hopefully the store people can just help me out, because I don't know anything about wine. Sorry, I joined a study group online for the CFP. So these are all people that are planning to take it in March as well. And I love that I found a study group, because it's so much easier when there's people holding you accountable, and when other people are like teaching you what they're good at, and then you can teach them what you're good at, and just having that like group mentality. So looking forward to that. I just got a couple messages, so I had to respond to those. And then also today, I'm planning on getting my like textbooks, I guess, for the study course that I'm doing. So I'm waiting until those come in. That should be this afternoon. And then, so for tonight, I'm probably just going to be working through that. I don't know. I want to keep it kind of low-key during the day, just because I have been going really hard on it. And then, tonight I can get back into that. So that's the plan. And if anyone's in the financial services industry, I don't know if you are, but to take this exam, you have to have 3 years of work experience doing, like at a financial services firm, doing financial planning or something adjacent to that. And then you also have to take, I believe it's 7 courses, and they're grad school level, like a few credits each in a bunch of the different topics. And once you do that, you then have to study. Usually you do like a study course, which is what I'm doing for the last few months, and then you sit and take the exam. And the exam is 6 hours. It's all multiple choice though, but it's definitely long, and they only offer it 3 times a year, so that's why I'm taking it in March. So it was either that or July, and I feel like I can be ready by March, so I'm at least gonna try. Hopefully I pass though, because it costs over $800 to take this exam. I just did my education portion of that, so like the different classes, I did those online, and I finished those in, I think, it was less than a month, like 3 or 4 weeks. I finished those, which is definitely quicker than most. But that's just because I have a lot of free time outside of work, so I just slammed through those. Now that we're actually studying, I need to be a little more focused, I guess, and really retain the info, because I'm good at taking tests. I'm good at, knowing just enough to pass, basically, which in that case is all I needed. The grade doesn't matter. But for this actual exam, I really need to know the concepts, because the way they word things might be a lot different than what I'm used to seeing. So it's important to actually know everything. The one great thing about living at this apartment is we have windows on 2 sides, which is very uncommon for a smaller apartment like this. Usually like the 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, like big expensive apartments have like the corner units like that. But the way this building is, there's like a lot of corners. So we actually have 2 sets of windows, which is so nice. But during the day it gets very bright, so I have to close the shades a bit. But the windows are huge. The only downside, I guess, is that we don't have a balcony here, which is actually fine. I don't really miss it, to be honest, because we have rooftop access. We have like a co-working space. There's so many like shared spaces here, and they're all really nice. So it'll be sad if we end up leaving after a year to move back. It'll definitely be a bit of a shock, but I feel so much better living here than I used to. I don't know if I already mentioned this in a video, but like when we moved here, I was kind of regretting it and I didn't love it. But now that I've become really comfortable and I love the people I work with here, I love getting to go on walks and seeing, you know, there's always people outside walking. It's just very like friendly, I guess. It'll be hard to go back to not having this environment, but we'll see. There's a chance we can. I'm gonna have some soup because I made a whole big thing of tomato soup, and then I'm gonna have some of that bread that I just bought. I just spent a few minutes trying to practice my piano skills. I have never played the piano before. I am not very good at it, but my husband plays just like a tiny bit. Like he's like self-teaching, more of just like a hobby sort of thing. So I actually found this keyboard here on Facebook Marketplace. It was $275 for like the whole thing. So keyboard, the stand, like the chair, all of it, which is crazy because online this sells for about 600 bucks. And it's in great condition. Everything's perfect. It was just like a family whose kids wanted to learn and then gave up on it. So I snatched that up the other day. So this is like my Christmas gift to him, I guess. And also to myself because I want to learn how to play, not in a serious way because I don't have time to actually like do lessons and stuff. But I just want to learn like a couple songs, just have something that's creative like this, or not creative, but artistic to learn, since it's always good to use like a different part of your brain than you usually use. So it's been, I wanted to say therapeutic, but definitely not, because it is it's like stressful to learn. I did download Simply Piano and I'm doing like the 7-day trial of it just to see if I can make anything out of it. But I just got a package in the mail and I'm gonna open it. So it's like 10 pounds. Super heavy. I think these are my books. Actually, I know for sure that's what they are. Books for my studying stuff. Okay. Okay. Yep. This is all my review material. This is a lot to read by March, but I got the flashcards too just because I do really well with flashcards. They really help me personally to learn, just the repetition and, you know, and you really do end up memorizing stuff. There's even more here and a ring for it. I'm sure you guys don't care about this because I don't think any of you can even relate to this, but I got the PDF of this while I was waiting for it to ship. So I am like a third of the way through with this already, which is good, but yeah, it's a nice workbook too. And then there's another pre-study textbook, which is quite long as well. And these are the quizzes and finals. This is just a book full of questions, which is great. Finally, there is a live review class book. So basically with this, I have to do a bunch of pre-studies. So all those 3 giant textbooks I have to do myself by February 18th or 19th or something. And then there's a 4 or 5 day class where it's like the whole day I have to take off from work to do it. And I'm doing it virtually, but some people go in person, and it's just like hardcore review, and then you take the exam like a few weeks later. So that's what this is about. Let's see. And then also there's like random Zoom calls every once in a while to just go over stuff. So this is very intense compared to like the Series 7, which I took, or the 66, or I have one of the designations as well, but that was really easy too. This is a lot more complicated, a lot more material, clearly, because the Series 7 was like one of these textbooks worth, and this is 4 of them. So it's a lot more material, a lot more, like, it's not just basic information anymore. Oh boy. Okay, I don't know why I was recording while I was reading this. But yes, I'm excited for all of this. I'm definitely gonna be busy. So I'm gonna do this later today. Yeah, I need to go to the wine store, so I cannot forget to do that today. I'm so nervous just because like I'm a very socially awkward person, and I get social anxiety for sure, especially when I'm not like 100% comfortable in a situation. And for me, being in a group setting where everyone knows each other and you're like the new one there, that is definitely anxiety causing for me. So I'm gonna try to like be as mentally prepared as possible for tomorrow and Friday, just because it is like definitely me getting out of my comfort zone. And so for tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna bring a bottle of wine, and then on Friday I'm gonna make something. I'm just not really sure what to make. Probably be some kind of Thanksgiving food. So I might do like a green bean casserole or something, because I think that's easy to make. You just get canned soup and just do it that way. So I might do that. I don't know though, I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna get the stuff for that till tomorrow, or maybe Friday morning, since I don't think I'm seeing people until later in the day anyways, so I can get a better idea of what I should be making. I don't know how long this video even is right now. It's probably pretty long, so I hope you guys are okay with long content. I also really want to get into like YouTube Shorts, even TikTok maybe. I am now a TikTok user. Not heavily, thankfully. The addiction has not really started yet, but I do like to go on there sometimes, and it would definitely make sense for me to start doing some short form stuff. So I'll link my TikTok and stuff in my link tree below. You can feel free to follow it if you want to, but as of right now, I haven't posted anything there. That just might change in the future. And that would be, like, TikTok would be a lot more like relaxed, not heavily edited or anything, versus YouTube Shorts I think are a little bit more curated. They're a little more nicely done. So I would likely have different content on each platform, just based on what I've seen other people do. So if you're interested in more of that, just like random, you know, coming onto the camera without editing or anything, you can follow me on there. Just went for a nice leisurely walk to get that bottle of wine for tomorrow. And then I also stopped at Whole Foods again, and I got myself a little girl dinner here. So this is what I got. So I'm seriously like a complete moron when it comes to like anything, but I went to this wine shop that was pretty nearby, and I asked if they had anything from the Finger Lakes, since that's where I grew up and stuff, and they said no. So then I asked for like a good gift for a host, I guess, that likes dry wine, and that's literally all I know about them. And so the guy recommended this one. It was only $17, I think. And then I also got a gift bag, because I even asked him, is it customary to give it in a bag when you're giving it to a host or not? Since I thought no, but I got the bag just in case, because he said it didn't matter, but I feel like it's a little more formal if I do that, and I've never met these people, so that's what we're going with. And now I have to whip something up for dinner, since I'm not actually gonna have that for dinner.